Hello and welcome back. Today we want to take another look at John Owen's book, Communion with God. Today we are in part 2, chapter 3. And this part of the book, part 2, is about our communion with Jesus, the Son of God. And in this first video on this section, we want to talk about how Jesus delights to have fellowship. He delights to have fellowship with the saints. And so one of the things that Owen wants us to think is that Jesus is in a committed relationship with the saints, or with those who have faith in Jesus Christ. He's in a committed relationship with them. And he spends some time early on in this chapter saying, the Bible oftentimes compares the relationship between Jesus and those Jesus have saved, that relationship between Jesus and Christians. The Bible compares that often to the relationship between a husband and a wife, a marriage relationship. And so he spends some time talking about that, but he just says this: look, our fellowship with Jesus is a committed relationship with Jesus. He commits to be faithful to you, and then he expects you to be faithful to him alone. And so there's an exclusivity where I'm in a relationship with Jesus. I'm faithful to him. He's faithful to me. Jesus, though, delights in this exclusive relationship with all the saints. So he's really not in a relationship with just you, but he is in a relationship with all the saints. And he is especially for them. He means to protect them, care for them, love them, and so on. But he makes a commitment to the saints, and then he expects the saints to make a commitment to him alone. And thought of in this way, thought of as in a marriage relationship, Jesus then is kind of like the prize spouse, the spouse that everybody should want. And Owen says that's true in at least two ways. First of all, he is full of beauty and glory, right? There's no one as beautiful or glorious as Jesus. And so he is full of beauty and glory. And then he treats you as a saint, he treats you as a thing of glory, even his own glory. And so let's look at this. First of all, his glory. Isaiah 28:5, in that day, the Lord of hosts will be a crown of glory and a diadem of beauty to the remnant of his people. So the Lord here is the glory. He's the one who is glorious. And yet, elsewhere in Isaiah, it speaks of the Lord's people having their own glory. Isaiah 62:3, you shall be a crown of beauty in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of your God. So there is this sense in which the Lord is glorious, and yet he treats you as if you are precious as well. And some of us have trouble with this. We think little of ourselves. Of course, we are sinners, but we're nothing in a sense compared to the Lord. But we must understand that the Lord treats us with honor, like a crown of honor. And we must recognize then, by Christ, by his work in our life, we have dignity. The Lord not only treats you with great dignity and esteems you with the dignity that he has given you, but he wants you to believe it, that you matter because you are his. The second way that Jesus is the prize spouse, the best of all possible spouses, is that the Lord delights to be in a committed relationship with you, right, with sinners. Zephaniah 3:17 speaks about this. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exult over you with loud singing, right? And so though you think it is impossible that the Lord would love a sinner like you, Owen says it is the gladness of the heart of Christ, the joy of his soul to take poor sinners into this relationship with himself. So the Lord knows your sin, and yet it makes his heart glad. He has great joy in taking a sinner and bringing that sinner, actually, in a sense, washing them with his blood, cleansing them, and then bringing them into a relationship with himself. And so this makes the Lord happy. The Lord is glad to have sinners saved by grace through faith to be his own. And so our fellowship then is with a committed Lord who shows us honor, and he delights in us. And in that way, we are overwhelmed with his love, And we, having been deeply loved by him, we love him back deeply. And so this is what our fellowship with Jesus should be like.